for trig, you want to make sure you're in degree or radian mode. So if I were to say, that's going to be 0, right? Because it's talking about 180 degrees. If it was in radians, let me see, so radians will be, so now it's saying like sine of 180 radians, which is a completely different thing, because yeah, it's going to be this whole mess. So how do you know if it's in radians or degrees? Well, there's this little symbol right there, and that says RAD. Now RAD, that just means radians. And then the degree is just DEG. So how do you switch from back and forth? Well, you press this button that says like DRG, and then once you press it, it's going to be underlined on which one you want to go to. So in this case, I want to go back to degrees. Also, don't worry about the GRD. I don't even know what that means. For the G, or the DEG, that's for degrees. I'm going to click that. And yeah, if you want to select something, you want to press enter. So yeah, now it should be back in degrees. And if I wanted to say, so if it's like sine inverse of 0.52, in order to get the sine inverse, you just have to do second and then sine, because there's that sine -1 in there. And then it will give you your answer in degrees. And just, yeah, it will be a different answer if I had it in radians. So how do I find like the cosecant of 63 degrees? In order to do that, you need to, because what is cosecant? Well, cosecant is, so this is where the answer comes in. So in order to do that, you want to do the sine, and yeah, make sure we're in degrees, of 63 degrees, or whatever your degrees for your problem is, right? And then we want to, you can either press -1 right away and it automatically applies to your answer. So if I do that, because that just means that it's 1 over the answer. In this case, we want that. So you can either do that, or you can just press in answer and then -1, or this button right here. And then that should be the cosecant. And it's the exact same way for cotangent and secant. You just have to put in the cosine or tangent and then use this little inverse button right here. If you're a stats student and you're trying to, and if you're currently using combination and permutation rule, if you want to find the permutation of something, you want to press, I think it's PRB, and then it gives you your permutation, combination, and factorial. And yeah, your factorial, if you want to get like, if you want to put 5 factorial, then you want to first put your number, and then you press PRB, and then your factorial, and then that'll give you that. So if you want to say like, oh, I have, if I want to find the combination of, what is it, like 6 things out of 12, our n is 12, right? And our r is 6. So in order to put that in the calculator, you first want to put your n first. So in this case, I'll put 12, and then I'll press PRB, and I'll go to the underline, the NCR, and then I'll press that, and then I press I put the R in, and then that should give you the amount of combinations. And that works exactly the same for permutation. So if I were to say 12, yeah, P, because this basically just means that that is the N and that is the R. So you put that in and you get, yeah, a much larger number.